like video recording?
Yes, because I want to go back and watch it.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
You didn't get your admission back.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, you did?
Don't think I didn't see that. I see everything.
Oh, by the way, I'm sick.
Show it.
So right.
You have to make it a point during this tournament that if the other team says something
You guys
bogus,
have paper?
I like would give you some, but I really don't have enough.
Paper.
Alright,
I'll just psych you guys
Alright, I
out.
don't care what you guys run, we're running tripod. So
You don't care what we run?
we're running tripod.
Really?
So yeah.
Alright. Nice. Show
you
you a
know
bit.
what tripod is?
Yes, but
We ran
why?
tripod. We love tripod.
Okay, but do you know how to respond to tripod?
I don't know.
I mean, he's, I mean, it's
Yeah.
not about you.
Not really, because I can, but I've never done it before, so I'm
I don't think they know how to run
I'm not gonna
tripod. I
say
think they're just gonna like.
anything.
Yeah, I'm not just kidding. I see. I'm trying to get in your head.
Yeah.
And it worked. Probably not gonna run tripod.
Okay,
Or
let's
am I?
call this house to order. Welcome to Government T, representing the fine academic institute of El Camino College. David, first speaker.
I'd just like to extend a round of thank yous to everyone here today watching this great round of debate. Let's get right into it. Okay, the resolution today is the California proposition system does more harm than good. Now, the California proposition system is defined as a method of amending California law through initiative and referendum, meaning that you could basically overturn something in the state's constitution or this California statute. Basically, let's see. Our criteria here is going to be cost-benefit analysis, and our value is going to flow through this, showing you how this does more harm, cost-benefit analysis-wise, meaning monetary. It does more harm than good.
Okay, one really quick thing. Make sure you define the key terms slowly and clearly, because I don't want anything thrown at you by the opposition team. I don't want speed critique, I don't want vagueness.
Okay. Okay.
Because you went through it really quickly. I'm not saying you can't speak that quickly through the rest of the speech,
Okay.
but the key things really have to be slow.
Robert fucks up on that all the time, and then
Okay.
I have to deal with it as MD.
Alright.
So,
Okay, so the California proposition system is defined as a method of amending California law through initiative and referendum. Anything, you need clarification on?
Smart.
Yeah, can you reread your definition of the California proposition system?
Method of amending California law through initiative and referendum. Okay, so going on. So basically, we're going to show you how it does more harm than good through cost-benefit analysis. So basically, our burden is to show you that the California proposition system does more harm economically than it does good. Now, going on to contention 1 is going to be the economy. Subpoint A is going to be Prop 1A gives $9.95 billion to construction of a high-speed rail. Now, this is going to cost $40 billion in total. Now, with our economy already down, this is just going to just further entrench California into an economic collapse. There's tons of budget cuts. My English teacher's losing his job because El Camino can't afford to pay him to work here in winter and spring. You can clearly see that California is right now, it's in the hole. They cut almost $1 billion from the educational system. We don't need this right now. This California proposition system has produced this bill and passed this bill that is basically going to allow them to give them this money and probably going to give them even more money in the future for it. Yes?
What is Proposition 1A like? What does it do?
It gives $9.95 billion to the construction of this high-speed rail.
what can you do?
Okay. That is going to give $9.95 billion to the construction for this high-speed rail. It costs $40 billion in total, and they said that it's not going to be done until 2030. So when we look at cost-benefit analysis, you can see that this is not good right now for our economy. And they already have one of these in New York, and they don't even make that much money. People prefer to drive in their cars. People like the security of their own cars. So even though they have this, it's not going to produce as much money as they would think it was or hope it would. Now, our subpoint B is going to be Prop 8. Prop 8 there was so much money involved with Prop 8, contributing to the campaigns for both sides, yes and no. The church rallying up, yes on Prop 8, yes on Prop 8. All this money and time could be used for something else. You can see that it causes more harm than good, because all this money was thrown into something that effectively is going to be struck down anyways. So it's a waste of money to do this, it causes more harm than good. It caused money and time to be lost on such a foolish cause, and the campaign money could have been used a lot better for both sides. And as I'll go on to show you, it's going to be struck down anyways. Now, our contention 2, is going to be human rights. Now, human rights directly links into cost-benefit analysis because when you see places that have more human rights, you see a better economy overall. You see a better overall strong economy. North Korea, no rights, horrible rights, and what do they have? North Korea, bam! Look at their economy. Sub-Saharan Africa, tons of human rights being violated. All these horrible things going on in Sub-Saharan Africa. Look at their economies, suffering economies, starvation, all over Sub-Saharan Africa. But when you look at countries that have strong, like Europe, good human rights, good civil rights, what do they have? Stronger economies. So you can clearly see that this contention will link directly into cost-benefit analysis. Going on to our Proposition A, Prop 187. Now, Prop 187 denied illegal immigrants social services, healthcare, and public education. This was done in 1994. This was a California proposition, passed through the system. So all these propositions, just for any clarification, we're showing you the propositions and what happened to them because they come out of this flawed system. Now, yes, this goes directly in because, as I said, human rights directly links into this. Now, illegal immigrants contribute so much to our economy. They contribute billions annually to our economy. So for us to not give them these rights, it's just going to lessen our economy as flows through cost-benefit analysis. Now, our B sub-point to this is Prop 8 takes away rights from a group that already had this right. This is one of the few times in history that a constitution was amended to take away rights from someone as opposed to grant them rights. So you can clearly see that this goes through the human rights. Less human rights, a weaker economy all over the world. Sub-Saharan Africa, North Korea, as opposed to places like Europe where they have a strong human rights system, strong rights, and stronger economies. Yes?
What's the most powerful economic country in the world right now?
Look at the units.
The most power, what do you mean by that?
Economically, who has the most power in the world?
Economically strong.
Strong.
Oh, you'd probably be the United States. Okay, so we can see that this is the point. Now, since the United States has this, we don't want to keep taking away these rights and make it so that this is not happening. This is the whole crux of our argument here. That basically, yes, they're saying we agree that the United States does have the most power economically, and to keep it that way, we want to keep rights. That is the crux of our argument. Through the cost-benefit analysis, stronger economy, stronger rights. Going on to our third contention is going to be the delegitimizing of the U.S. government. So this links in directly to cost-benefit analysis also because, as I said, a lot of these propositions go on to get struck down by the Supreme Court. So what was all the money for the yes side and the no side funneling all this money in, and at the end it just gets struck down anyway, so it was a waste of money. Cost-benefit analysis, it was a waste of money. Subpoint A to this is that when all these Californians get overturned by the Supreme Court, it'll show internal conflict in the United States, which is not good because as I go on to my subpoint B, many of these props go on to go against our Constitution, and then the Supreme Court has to go back and review it and takes away time and money from our system. They could be just 1 second. They could be ruling on more important things that directly link into our economy or things that directly have a better impact. But no, they choose to talk about these things about taking away people's rights, which directly links into cost-benefit analysis through my second contention of human rights, as I showed you clearly through the examples I gave. Now, with that, I'll take your question.
Okay, are there some
I can't take your question?
1 minute left.
Okay, got you. Okay, so in a quick review. Our contention 1, the economy, flows right through cost-benefit analysis. This Prop 1.8, all this money, $10 billion to this train system, it costs $40 billion. They're going to funnel even more most likely. Prop 8, costs so much money to be thrown in, waste of money. Human rights ties directly into cost-benefit analysis. The stronger the economy, the stronger the rights. There's a symbiotic relationship there. And our third contention delegitimizes the U.S. government. When the Supreme Court has to go back and grant certiorari to all these cases and look at them, takes time and money away from more important things that can be used. And so for all these reasons, you should be definitely voting for the government side today. Thank you.
Okay, a few things before we guys go on.
Yes.
POI, you don't have to take all of them. And especially when he asks you a POI, when you know that he's asking you that POI about who's the strongest economic power in the world to try and trap it into America.
Yeah.
They give some bullshit about China, how they have the most potential for growth, so that, for me, shows that they are the strongest economic power.
I was trying to turn it.
I know, but they basically just fucked you, finished like right now through that POI. And she's probably gonna get up and try and fuck you even harder because you conceded that point.
Like Bendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typical film, you should never take more than 3 POIs. If you're on a roll,
Yeah, don't
say I'll get to your point at the end of this contention. That way you can get out all of your analysis and then take your question.
Okay.
Make sense? And one more thing, I definitely spend a lot more time providing analysis on some of your arguments than spending 50 seconds reiterating something you've already said. Because that's just annoying to a judge. I've heard it already, you don't need to tell it to me again.
Okay.
Cool, with that, let's now hear from the leader of opposition, Ms. Ashley Graham, also representing the fine academic.
I'm not running Ella. I wish I was.
Oh, okay.
Charlie's running Ella.
Okay. Charlie.
You don't want a roadmap?
You don't need to ask if I want a roadmap, just give me.
Deal.
Like, legitimately, you have to.
Oh, suck. Alright, I'd like to thank everyone here today for paying attention. Thanks to the judges, thanks for Ethan Gill, this sexy guy. Thanks for my partner for putting it together, and thanks for the government team for giving us a good case. The first thing I'd like to hit here today is that the government team did not set a value, and they're talking about in their contentions about, economic prosperity and human rights. In debate, if it's a value debate, which we have contentions here, and that's what it looks like it is, the government team is